guys, welcome to another weekend roundup from Wargamer Dad. My 2 weekly look at what's been going on in the world of gaming recently. Got quite a lot of really good stuff out actually. In the past couple of weeks, GW have really gone to town. Obviously, we've had the the previews of units at Gen Con and all that. I'm just going to quickly go through those. We've got an alternate build for the Incursor squads. We can see there, nice little Robocop style visor, very reminiscent of the old Assassins. Some more alternate Incursors with some big bombs. It'd be really nice to see how that works out. What's really got a lot of us much more excited, we've had the reveal of the Impulsor, the first purpose-built transport for the Space Marines, for the Primaris Space Marines. It'll be interesting to see how many we can jam in there and how much it's actually going to cost when it hits the shelves. A lot of us are hoping that it's going to be slightly cheaper than the £50, so I'm just straightening the camera, guys, than the £50 we're paying for the current units, if only because that is a bit heavy on the wallet if you need half a dozen of them to move your army across the field. If you need even 3 or 4 of them to move your army across the field, you're taking units that have cost you £20, £30 and you're paying £150 just to keep them alive. So it'll be interesting to see what that one costs. It is an assault vehicle. It has got some nice machine guns on it, so that's all cool. We've had some pictures of the back, and it does look a bit like a land speeder. It's got an open top feel on the back, which is pretty cool there. We've seen the Invicta Tactical War Suit, which is not the first walker for Space Marines, because we do have to remember that Grey Knights have their own walker. But it is the first walker that's going to be available for standard Space Marines. That looks really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on one. Put it in with my Dreadnoughts. This is actually supposedly designed more as a stealth Dreadnought, which is an interesting concept. How you get that much metal moving stealthily. And it's got that little... it actually has a holstered heavy bolter that it can use like a sidearm, which is pretty cool as well. So we're getting a lot of this stuff coming out with the Infiltrator ideas and that. So there's some really cool stuff there. Got more Eliminator squads that they've shown out with the models. Just loads of really cool stuff. They've also stated that all this stuff is going to be available for the non-Codex squads as well. There's going to be data sheets for them for Space Wolves, Blood Angels, Dark Angels. They're really opening a lot of it up. They've been bringing some of the extra stuff. We've got the Sons of the Khan coming out, which is going to be interesting to see how they do that. They've basically brought out a lot of... sorry, just breathing there. Here's another thing wrong with me. They brought out a lot of the Codex supplements, which are going to apparently include Dark Angels, White Scars, Black Templars, and a lot of stuff like that. One they're previewing at the moment is Sons of the Khan, which is pretty cool. As we can see, I'm just going to get that there. As we can see, we've got some awesome stuff there. Apparently, there's going to be some available for every chapter, and it's going to have some cool stuff and some basically extra bits and pieces. So you're going to have your Marine thing, and then a thinner book is going to come out with it, or you can buy it as a whole book. Apparently, is going to be not with it, or you can get it separately. You're going to be able to supplement your Codex with a bunch of... Sorry, I've just got something in my eye. With a bunch of extra stuff, so that if you really want to roll into one of the lesser known chapters, you can. And that should be cool. I don't think you can escape anybody's attention. In the last couple of weeks, Warcry came out. I've just got my Cypher Lords myself, built that guy, and, well, built all of them. But frankly, I'm really digging the glaives that come with the Cypher Lords. They're really swooshy. But also, if you're a fan, there is a... Oh, come on, scroll. There we go. There we go. Come on. Sorry, little technical hitch there. There we go. Now it's working. Sorry about there is going to be a Warcry app that you can go onto. You can build your war teams just to get you on there quickly and easily. Warcry seems to be taking off really well. They're billing it as the new Mordenheim. You can add a lot of stuff to you guys, build a lot of stuff up. So that's currently one of GW's big things. So by all means, go and check out that. Go and look at Warcry. There's a lot of awesome bits and pieces going on there. If you're more into fantasy style things, check out this Kickstarter from Troll Trader Minis. You may be familiar with them. They have the Carnival game. They have... my brain has just failed. They've got their own wrestling game. They run TT Combat. They run TT Scenics, which is a whole bunch of very cheap but very good value for money. Very good value for money. MDF scenery pieces. A lot of cool stuff there. As you can see, they've got reasonable quality models. If they're anything like their previous models, that it will be a kind of harder, smoother plastic. So it is a little tougher to paint, but to be honest, the models are cool and worth the effort. There's going to be undead stuff there, but there's also going to be elves. There's going to be undead halflings and other weird and wacky things. Cactus men. Basically, it's a whole sort of Araby undead thing. You might be looking at going, maybe that's crossing into GW's territory, but fortunately GW lifted a lot of stuff from ancient Egyptian legend and from things like the Mummy film. It's very much inspired by pre-existing things, so that's really not going to be a problem for these guys. You've got battalions there, 20 sword mummies, 10 spear mummies and things like that, 5 giant buzzards. So this is going to be a big undead style war game with a very Egyptian theme. So that's going to be really good, something really exciting. So far, with all their previous games and the fact they took over the licenses from Hawk Miniatures that used to do Drop Fleet Commander and Drop Ship Commander. Two very well written battle games there. They have got the resources to pull off a very nice, very effective war game. They're really coming up as another big company to get war games from in the UK. They are a UK based company, so yeah, check out it's £20. You can get 20 mummy archers there. You can get 20 mummy spearmen. Yeah, let's see what else we've got. You got your Lyca Lords, but yeah, your 20 zombie slaves. So you've got a lot of stuff you can get there for various different prices. Giant buzzers there. Again, at this point, we're looking really at scenery, sketches and concept work. But these guys really have, you got a Hydra and handlers. You've got very nice looking concept there. So it is early stages at the moment. You can see that already they've got some of the Egyptian style scenery there, which is already up and running. And a Rumble Slam team. There will be a Rumble Slam team that goes with it. That's the name of the wrestling game they created, Rumble Slam, which is another kick-ass little game. I've got my own little dwarven team that play in that. So there's going to be a lot of stuff there. It's just at this point, it's all conceptual pictures, but it's one to look at, keep an eye on. And in all fairness, they're fairly solid with bringing out games, and they're fairly solid with supporting them as well. So if that's one you're looking at getting interested into, so if that's one you think you might be interested in getting into, it's going to be well supported. Rumble Slam came out about a year or more ago, and they're still bringing out new figures. They're still supporting the old figures. They're still providing support for events. If you are running any Rumble Slam events, phone them up. They will give you support. They're a great bunch of guys down at TT. What else we got? We've got more Kickstarters to show you. Another one with some fantastic ideas. Ether Fields. It's another wacky and big board game, but as you can see, it's got a lot of stuff, some fantastic models. Having looked at the gameplay, it seems fairly well thought out, but it is going to be a very heavy game to play. You're going to be playing a lot of stuff. It's a major miniature board game by Awaken Realms. Sorry, we call this totally different board game experience a dream crawler. You will dive into surreal and artistically crafted worlds and follow a one-of-a-kind co-op / solo adventure for 1 to 4 players. So you're looking at basically a mental, if you look at those models, I mean, you just look at some of that stuff is fantastic. You look at those models, there's going to be some amazing stuff in there. Check it out. But it's going to be another it looks like another RPG board game hybrid. They're calling it a dream crawl along, but it looks like another very deep, very involved game. If you enjoyed that kind of thing, if you enjoyed the previous games that have come out that have a heavy element, that looks like it's going to be another one that you might enjoy. Probably, yeah. Well, it's not going to be cheap to get involved in. It is fully backed already, so you're looking at the late pledge stage this time. But the core box is £75 or $94, so that isn't a cheap board game. £75 is quite a lot for a board game, but you can get additional stuff. But that comes with 9 miniatures, 4 chests, 9 masks, 250 oversized cards, 500 standard cards, and 60 tokens. So that's a lot of stuff in it, just in the basics before you start adding the weird stuff. But you can see you've got these sort of like weird, dreamy heroes, sort of half angel, half human things. You've got your dream world, which you build up there. So again, there's another kick-ass thing. It's called Ether Fields. Go and check that one out. What else? Footsore Miniatures are at it again. They've got... let me just... releasing more models and more stuff for their Mortal Gods range. So it's another range. Nice miniatures. Not the best in the world, but they're meant to be more historic looking, which limits how fantastic they can be. The crafting's good. The quality's good. But they're much more realistic, much less huge weapons and weird things. So check out Footsore Miniatures there. They're pretty good. Just gonna load up here, and onto Infinity. Obviously, Gen Con's just been, so we've had the Infinity Gen Con releases. So there is a lot of stuff out here. Not much that's fully formed, but we can see they've got things like stats for the Wild Bill Gunslinger. We've got a lot of new models, a lot of oncoming reinforcements. We're looking at Guervo Goldstein, the Basilisk Delta level. We've got the Beta Troopers, the Omega units, the Shazvasti Sabotage and Destruction units, which, again, some fantastic conceptual art there. And if we keep going down, we've got some updates for the TAC army, some more bikers, some more Kazakh reconnaissance unit. So some more awesome stuff there. Tartary Army Corps, again, all still in the developmental stage. Puppet Tactica Company, Tunguska Jurisdictional Command. If you like weird, wacky things, you've got a rabbit, you've got a pumpkin-headed guy, you've got another guy who only appears to have one leg, so I don't think he's... Oh no, he's hopping up. Another weird guy there. So we've got some support for the Nomads. Got some more support for the Invincible Army, which is nice. After the secession of the JSA, the Invincibles have needed a lot of stuff. And then something for the Rama Task Force, the Nahab Aeromobile team, which is some more stuff there, obviously, for the Hack Islam. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff out there. I've tried to keep this reasonably brief, but yeah, just go out there, fill your boots, have a look. There's more than I could cover. There's more than I can ever cover in a short 15 to 20 minute video, and I do try and keep these reasonable levels because I don't want to overrun these videos. But yeah, there's a hell of a lot of stuff out there. Hopefully I'm going to be getting a couple of games of Wargamer myself in the next couple of weeks. So if I can take some photos and put some of that stuff up, I will. Okay, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time, and we'll see what else is going on out there. You guys have a nice day. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Not sure why, but I am. So if you like it, see me there, and please tell your friends. Thanks very much. Bye.